Welcome back to Allison Customs Project Car TV. I'm Jeff Allison, and thank you for watching.
Welcome back to Allison Customs. Today's project is to put a new door rubber seal, whatever you want to call it, on this Chevy pickup. I've already done the other side, and what I'm going to show you is pretty basic. First thing we got to do really is clean up the edge. I was able to pull the old one mostly off, but somebody's used looks like contact cement at some time in the past to probably re-glue that old one over and over and over. So we're gonna put a new one in, get it all the way glued in and all the way around, get it, and then we'll tape it into place, with the glue to hold it until it dries. And then once that's at least partially on its way to being dry, then we can close the doors so that they'll kind of set with the foam, with the new seal. My recommendation is buy a good quality seal. These are Soft Seal brand. Probably one of my favorite to work with. They seem to fit very well and hold up real well. So, but what I've found is I've had customers in the past bring me let's call it a cheap replacement, and they just don't fit very well. They're stiff, so they're not pliable, so that they can make these corners. Especially on these trucks, there's 3 90-degree corners, plus there's a 45-ish up here. All the good ones all have a corner formed for that spot, which is right here, and that's going to be our starting spot. But some of the cheaper ones don't even have that, and you're trying to bend that, and it's a stiff foam, and it just doesn't take well. So the difference between the cheap one is $30 to about $50 for the pair. So spend the extra $20, get you a high quality set of seals, and then when you go back, everything should be a lot easier. So this is probably only about a 15-minute job once we get it cleaned up. So we're not trying to restore this truck, but we are trying to bring it back to some good usability. So one of the items is to get some good door seals in here so you can drive it in the rain or go through a car wash. So I do need to be careful-ish with scraping this. It's not new paint. I'm not even sure whether it's the original paint or not, but I can scrape on it without worrying about damaging anything, as long as I don't get crazy with it. And then we'll take some cleaner, acetone or something, and clean up all the dirt and the glue as much as we can after we get the chunks off, and then we'll glue our new ones on. Okay, so now with everything cleaned up, we can start the process of putting this on. And one of the things I like to do is have a bunch of pieces of tape. That one's empty. I like to have a bunch of strips of tape, maybe 4 to 6 inches long, waiting on me, because you want to, this adhesive sets up pretty quickly, but you're going to need to tape it in place initially. And I'm using 3M black super weather strip gasket adhesive. And when you go to the auto parts store to buy it, and I buy these at one of the local auto parts store. You can also order it on Amazon or somewhere else, or wherever you get your Mouldings, you can probably get it as well. They make a yellow and a black, and then they make another one that's also black. And I don't think it's called super. I think it's just called black weather strip, and it works very well as well. I've tried a couple different brands. Lucite, I think, has one, but be careful not to get the yellow. When it dries, it's still yellow. Doesn't look good. So anyway, the trick here, start in this corner that's a molded corner, and that's going to be up here in this front area, and get about 6 to 12 inches of glue down in there, and you're basically just going right down in the bottom of the groove. And if you have to kind of go one side or the other with some material, go towards the outside, the thicker side of the weather strip. See if it'll focus on this. So there's the profile of what we're working with. And when I'm saying I'm putting that adhesive down in the V, I've been putting it right down in here. And then I slop a little over to this side. And then just maybe once every foot or so, I put a dot over here, just enough that that inside flap will want to stay. But you can see it's already got pretty good molded shape. And what that'll do for you is help it glue to the outside of this rim. Because if you get it on this inside flap, and some's going to get on there, but if you get very much on there, it's going to ooze out on the inside of the cab. So once you get it, you just put the thin flap to the inside, get it in place, and then slide it back and forth until that corner is right in the corner. Once you're happy with it, take a piece of this tape, glue it in place. Do that in a couple places. You can see I stopped right about here. So we're going to add now, and we're going to go around this way and get down somewhere in this area, so we can pick up most of the weight of this rubber. This tube was brand new when I started with the other door, and I've used probably not even a third of it.
Maybe closer to a quarter.
Don't go too far that you got so much and it'll start wanting to set up on each other, but give yourself some working room. Once you get to this corner, you don't need to pull it tight, but it does need to be snug so that it'll fit in place.
Tape on there. Keep that in place.
And come around the corner, the same thing, make sure it fits right up into the corner.
Somewhere.
I stopped right about there with my glue. So you're gonna have to push kind of up with the rubber just so it'll stay up in the corner. We'll go ahead and get just a little bit further down here.
Again, just mostly down the bottom of the V. But if you're going to come up onto a side, mostly try and come up on the outside. Thicker part. Tapes.
I stopped like right in here, so we're gonna get glued up to there. Or I mean glued up, taped up to that location. And I can just sit on there for now. I'm gonna work this side. And this side we'll go ahead and work now, probably all the way down and around the corner, so that it'll start supporting its own weight. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you do this 6 or 12 inches at a time, or you do 2 or 3 feet of it at a time. Just make sure you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to work it start. Don't glue up the whole thing, because before you ever get around to the end of it, you will have already it will already have started setting. And you don't want it setting up on itself. We're glued into right about here. So I'm going to get just a little bit more around that corner. This corner is a little tricky just because you don't have as many places to kind of tape to. You're kind of trying to tape to the flat of the dash. So use an extra piece or two of tape in there if you need it. So then once you get it figured out, you can go ahead and get it roughly laid into the right location, and it should be, at least in my experience, they tend to be about 2 to 4 inches long, which is good. Just cut it off when we get to that spot. I'm going to try and get enough now we can go all the way around the corner. Somebody in the life of this truck has, and I suspect it is more recent than old, but they've come in and they've replaced sections of the floor pan and parts of, and the rocker panels have been replaced, and didn't quite get some of the shapes right. So for that, we're going to have to kind of work the rubber around it to make it fit entirely correctly, but it's not going to be bad. It's just, you know, an extra step to watch out for, to pay attention to what's going on. I realize you guys can't really see around the edge of this door, but I got an area here that kind of wants to push out for some reason. So again, just tape it in place and work from there. So with all that done, we're going to go ahead and I'd rather cut the long side off so that I get this seal as far away from the corner as possible. So we're going to go ahead and get this one completely glued in now, and then we'll come back to the water piece.
Our seatbelt. It's hitting the
Hey guys, now this tape is the cheapest thing in your arsenal, so don't be afraid to use some. We're glued to right about here, so we're going to go ahead and figure out how far this needs to go. And we have about 2 inches extra, so we're going to cut this off. Looks about right. So now we can put glue in that last 16 inches or so of this. That's all there is to it, guys. I don't need to. It's got some places that are not quite hanging onto the inside of the cab well. It's easy to go back, just put a drop of adhesive in there. So you can see the yellow tape on the other side, and right below that yellow tape, I've got a little spot there that I'm going to need to address. So we're going to do that real quick, because I noticed it while I was putting in this side, or the passenger side. So right here,
What I'm going to do is just put a drop or two of adhesive on there.
that's it. And then we're going to put a piece of tape just to seal it up, or just to hold it in place until it has time to dry. So that's it. That's all that's required. We're going to clean up the scuff plates there, get those screwed back in, and as soon as that's done, we can close the doors, and I'll get some help to put the, we got to wipe the bench seat down, but we're going to get the seat belts bolted back in and get the bench seat bolted in. And then got a couple items to finish up under the hood for the owner, and this truck can go home. So thanks for watching. Hope that helped you. We'll see you again next week.
Hey guys, next up is just a shot of me putting carpet in the truck, added insulation and boom mat to try and cut down some of the sound transferring in. And I was going to plan to make a whole video on putting carpet in this truck, but the truck got done quicker than I had planned, and I didn't shoot enough video for it, so I thought I'd throw this little clip in here. The big thing is just spend a bunch of time stretching it and pulling it and trying to get everything lined up. That's it, and here's a little shot of the truck itself.
Another project done, headed home. Call the owner here as soon as we're done filming this little bit, and off it goes. So LQ9, which is the LS 6.0 liter. This is, we think, an 02 model, and then 4L60E transmission. Updated the wiring to the 0305 harness and ECM for a little better compatibility with parts. But other than that, runs good, smokes the tires right out of the box. So there you go, LS changeover. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching Allison Customs Project Car TV. Like us on Facebook and check us out at AllisonCustomsOnline.com.